In the U.S., someone has a heart attack or a stroke every 40 seconds, and nearly 1 in 3 of these patients will have another cardiovascular event. With those numbers also comes new data that says many of those patients cannot get the medication their doctors prescribe due to stringent insurance practices. Now, Dr. Seth Baum and patient Mahendra Mahabir are here to tell us what is being done about this. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Doctor, can we actually start out kind of from the beginning of that, on maybe some signs if we have high cholesterol and that kind of leading to heart attack or stroke?
Yes, we'll start out with that. That's great. So LDL cholesterol, or the quote-unquote bad cholesterol, has been proved unequivocally to cause heart attack and stroke. So if one's LDL is high, it's a high risk. If it's low, it's a lower risk. And when we lower the LDL cholesterol, we actually lower the risk of heart attack and stroke. That is proved. That's established. What do we do about that? Well, we assess the risk of an individual patient. You do this in conjunction with your doctor. And then if a patient needs medication, we typically start with statins, which are wonderful medicines that have been evaluated over the last 30 years. If necessary, if there's additional risk, residual risk, or if the LDL is too high, or if the patient has familial hypercholesterolemia, a very common genetic disorder of LDL, then we prescribe PCSK9 inhibitors that were FDA approved in the summer of 2015. The problem is that although we prescribe these medications, they are being denied at unprecedented rates. And that's really what we're here to talk about. The unprecedented barriers that have been imposed by payers on patients.
Well, and I know, Doctor, you're talking about from that side. Now, going over to the patient side, Mahendra, what has that been like being a patient and kind of running into those roadblocks?
Well, I'm 43 years old. I've been placed with 7 stents. I've had 4 balloons. I've had 5 arteries bypassed. And I'm a perfect candidate for these medications, the PCSK9s. For instance, when Repatha was prescribed to me, I was denied through my insurance company, and it took months and months and months of reapplying and trying to get authorization for me to be on these medications, which finally I'm on it, and my numbers are a whole lot better than they were before, preventing, hopefully, other heart attacks.
I'd like to put that in perspective. So he's a gentleman who's had all these events. His LDL cholesterol, that bad cholesterol, on every medicine was 200. And do you know what it took for us to get him approved? It took an article by Gina Colada in the New York Times. Okay, and the next day he got approved. So that kind of crazy fighting is really is terrible. It's an incredibly inappropriate barrier. So I just wanted to make that statement.
Well, and doctors, kind of keeping on that thought process, if there are patients that can be, this can be beneficial for them, are there resources or something they can do? Not all of us have an article like you were talking about can be written. What do you suggest?
Yes, you're absolutely right. You can't always get Gina Colada to write an article on you. So we do have things. And in fact, this Sunday at the American College of Cardiology meeting, where the American Society for Preventive Cardiology at our town hall will be releasing a mobile app. So you'll be able to get a mobile app, and you should have your clinician get that app, download that app. Go online, look at ASPC, go online, look at the FH Foundation, that's Familial Hypercholesterolemia Foundation. They have wonderful tools. Patch, P-A-C-H, is an advocacy group that can help. So there are a lot of tools available. Just stay involved. The patient needs to be involved. Patient's got the loudest voice, and just never give up.
Well, I love that we are seeing that there are resources and things that we can do. Both of you gentlemen, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.